I'm Catherine Ross, and I'm here live from the NYSE with Jim Cramer. Jim, you got a lot of papers. What's on the top of your mind this morning?
Well, what's on my mind is just the pure bullishness. These are all upgrades or recommendations, every one of them, or takeovers like the Tall Grass Energy or the Log Me In. They got a bid this morning, and you can just pick one. A UPS added to the U.S. One focus list. Well, that's a very positive piece about UPS. Here's a managed care piece that talks about how the there's a waiving of a particular kind of an Obama tax, HIF tax, that's now going to be gone, which says you should go buy United Health. I totally agree with that. This is a repeal of an Obamacare issue. And then there's, let's just pick one here, Eli Lilly, very positive coverage. I have them on tonight. Here's a map of Tall Grass Energy. This is a company that got a gigantic bid from Blackstone this morning. They own some of it. They own it all. It's a pipeline that goes from Ohio to Wyoming, and then back to Cushing, oil and gas. And then here's a piece, Goldman Sachs. This is Wells Fargo, saying by Goldman Sachs, Investor Day, let the sun shine in. I guess that's a reference to hair, which, by the way, the CEO does not have any of. And it's just on and on and on. And now, look, wow, cinnamon bun, that looks good. When you see that kind of thing and everybody's bullish, you say to yourself, okay, well, that can last a little bit. But, you know, you get something negative, you're not set up. And something negative does tend to occur when you're not set up. So you can stand there and buy Nike at 99, you buy McDonald's at 198. I say now, you know, we bought a little Home Depot that we had sold up 20 points from here. But, you know, now you got to wait a little. I got a couple of names that are in the bullpen. We had one yesterday. We're just waiting, biding our time. Because when stocks are straight up like this and people start recommending them, it tends to be not the most advantageous time to buy. Now, someone might say, Jim, are you turning into a bear? No, I'm just saying it's not the most advantageous time to buy. I have a piece this morning in Real Money that just talks about, well, look, people have to talk about, you know, it's an attitudinal issue. People are saying, like, oh, that stock should be down. They should be saying, well, I guess why should that stock be up? Meaning, why should that stock be up? Give me some reasons. And so I find that where we are is in a maybe too bullish moment in an otherwise bullish tape.
And of course, you can read more about that column over on realmoney.com. Jim, I want to ask you, based on that column, you called 2019 the magical year of stock thinking.
Year of magical thinking. Joan Didion, Slashing to Beth, I really like that. She did just an unbelievable writer. But yeah, I mean, it's magical thinking that JP Morgan's at 137. It's magical thinking that Merck's at 89. Magical thinking that some of the hype, that NVIDIA is where it's back, and that Lam Research is where it's back. And all of these were stocks that people had negative things to say about, and they've all run. And they're all still not expensive. And Procter & Gamble with Unilever's bad. Unilever's in the undeveloped market. Procter's in more in the developed market. I just find Caterpillar, year of magical stock thinking. Okay, so Caterpillar, which we made some money on, thank heavens, on Action Alert. Stocks at 145. They report the number. Stock drops to 116, 117. We start hearing talk about a truce in China, which, by the way, only 5 to 6% of their delta is China. And the next thing you know, you have the stock at 146, and you have an unbelievable gain. That's the year of magical stock thinking.
What to you is one clear sign that the bull still has room to run in 2020, though?
Well, the bull has room to run. And I do say, look, we're not sure exactly what will happen, but we just have to start thinking that we should be willing to pay more if things go right. One of the things I questioned, hate Trump or like him, and believe me, people know my politics, but hate him or like him, he's created an environment that's very positive for business. And the bigger his lead gets, the more the stock market will go up. I genuinely believe that. Now, you could say, well, Jim, some rap about how, but that's just ridiculous, blah, blah, blah. But it's not ridiculous, particularly if the candidate is Elizabeth Warren against him. So I'm, kind of I'm saying that the prism you have to use in this environment is, why shouldn't the stock go up, as opposed to why shouldn't the stock go down? And Boeing should be down 10 today. It's a very big deal that they hold production. It's down 5. It may actually end up down 3. So I don't know, Catherine. I'm just saying you got to be a little more doubting of the negatives, is the way I would put it. But at the same time, we just had a big run.
Glass half full versus glass half empty.
Well, it's glass half full, glass half empty, and glass quarter full. But I'm looking for reasons to buy, not sell, but not after today. I mean, today I don't like all the upgrades. You have to wait for a better day.
Roku is our real money stock of the day after the company announced that its CFO 5 years is stepping down. Jim, you and I have talked before, and you said
Trade Desk. That's the way to play it. Trade Desk is the way to play it. Roku's moved too much. Now, I know the CFO, he's retired, he's moving, he had this commute, whatever. But Trade Desk is the company that has the earnings momentum. That is a better way to play the core Trade Desk.
But what does it mean when a CFO steps down? Because you said before that the CFO is arguably so important.
You know, that one was hard. I mean, I've got to find out, like, was the commute really bad? Is that what it was? If it was anything other than the commute, then no. But I can't just call a guy a liar. I don't know.
Let's talk about Boeing. Boeing announced last night that it was going to delay the production of the 737 MAX indefinitely starting in January. I got to ask, Jim, what does this mean for airlines?
Well, I mean, the airlines are Southwest bad, American bad, United bad. They're going to get money back. Southwest has already made a deal. This is why people are worried about the dividend, is how much do they owe? We don't know. The longer this thing goes on, the more I'm worried. But the stock itself doesn't reflect that. And so I keep thinking Boeing goes below 300 because I think that it's going to dawn on people how much they owe, because these airlines are not going to let up. But not yet. Not yet. People still believe it.
Jim, today at 10:45 a.m. we are going live for Bull Market Fantasy over on bullmarketfantasy.com. How excited are you?
Well, this is it. This is the last week. And it's bittersweet because I know we made a lot of people into champions. We championed the 3 for 30, which is the last 3 roster spots. We give you the guys that are be in it. On Thursday, by the way, we might get a JFA. That's Jimmy from Anywhere, who's been as hot as a pistol. In terms of the spread, I can't bet, but JFA's been amazing. And we'll have a huge number of lightning round stocks, that players. And it's a very exciting program. So you want to stay tuned.
Tune in around 10:45 a.m. on bullmarketfantasy.com. Jim, thanks so much for joining.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching, guys. We are now heading over to our ActionAlertsPlus.com daily rundown show over on ActionAlertsPlus.com. I'm Catherine Ross, and we'll see you tomorrow.